Hey everyone, Brian Vlasich here, and I want to make a quick video for the parents, guardians. If you are at all in charge of a child right now during this whole crazy time we're in right now, I wanted to share an experience we had last week with you so that you're prepared and maybe it can take some stress out of an already really stressful situation. So let's talk about it. Last week, unfortunately, our middle child, my youngest daughter, Natalie, she broke her arm. And this was something that just kind of happened completely random. It was a complete accident. She tried doing a one-handed cartwheel, came down too hard, snapped her arm, and we had to go to the emergency room. Quick update on Natalie, she is doing great. She is a tough girl. And I want to thank everybody in the community that has been keeping track of it on Twitter. I kind of threw it out there and everybody gave her well wishes. I read them to her and showed her videos that people had made, and just, it brought her spirits up. It brought our spirits up. And again, it just reinforces and reminds me of why I love this social media community so much. Back to the reason for the video and the whole point of the video. So we get there, we get to the hospital, and only one of us can go in. So we've got two other children. Normally, if we've ever been to the hospital in an emergency scenario, we bring all our kids in, both parents, and we're all in the room supporting each other. And in this instance, because of COVID-19 and everything going on, you can actually only choose one guardian. You know, in this case, we chose Maureen because she works at that hospital, so it was kind of a no-brainer. She knew exactly what the procedures were because she's been working through this. Easy decision for us, but I had to sit in the parking lot and get text updates and phone calls and really bad FaceTime because the reception wasn't great in the hospital. I had to get all these kind of digital updates, if you will, and it was hard because there was things that Maureen had to sign. Natalie wanted a hug, and you just, as a parent, you naturally want to hug your kid when they're injured. And it was, like, I knew she was taken care of, I knew she'd be fine, but you know, all of a sudden Maureen's like, she's going into surgery, this is going on, and it just, I felt completely helpless being in the car waiting for an update. Like I said, for us, it was an easy decision. Maureen is a nurse, she works there, that's her realm, she knows the jargon, and of course, you know, you go. But for parents who don't have somebody in the medical community or working at the hospital that you have to go to, I just wanted to offer some advice, and hopefully you don't have to use it, but I at least want you to be prepared. We normally have plans for emergency, you know, fire. Hey, here's where we meet for a fire. Here's your escape route for a fire. If there's a tornado, you do this, you go to this part of your house, grab your helmet, throw that on, whatever. You have a plan, you kind of know a procedure when an emergency happens, or if an emergency happens. Hopefully it doesn't. I'd like the parents that are watching this out there to sit down one night and just have a quick conversation. It shouldn't take very long, but just sit down and really evaluate, like, if somebody got injured, if one of the children got injured, who's going in? You know, who's gonna go in? What's the plan? If you have other kids, what do you do with them? Just start thinking about those things, because once that emergency happens, you have this moment of, oh my gosh, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? And if you have that plan in place, it's a lot easier to implement. Go, and you're not losing precious time getting to an emergency room. Another recommendation I have is every city right now, every county sometimes, everybody's under different rules and regulations. So what I would do is map out, okay, if there was an emergency, there's the hospital we're going to. I'd give them a quick call them and say, hey, what's your policy right now? What's your procedure? Because at our hospital, if you're an adult, if you're an adult and you're injured or you're sick, you have to go alone no matter what. You go in, whether you're having surgery or whatever, you're going in alone. If you have a child, only one adult is allowed to be with that child. That's just the hospital policy at our hospital. In your area, it could be completely different and it might not be as regulated, I don't know. That one little phone call to the hospital, it can alleviate a lot of stress. You find out what their policy is real quick. That way you know, okay, we're going to this hospital and you're going in, you're taking the kids, we've got it in play. And then if something were to happen, and anything can happen, something is like Natalie has been doing one-handed cartwheels all day, every day. and she was doing one more before bed on her way to the steps, and she got a little too excited, and accidents happen. In a split second, 6 weeks can change. Now her summer is completely different. That is it. That's kind of my PSA to parents out there. I just want people to learn from our experience. Hopefully you take the time, have that conversation, figure out who's gonna play what role, where everybody's gonna fit in and go, because when you're in that emergency scenario, the less you have to think about and the more you can focus on getting to the hospital, focus on the person that's injured, like the more you can just be immersed in that and not have to worry about decisions on the outside of where to go, what to do. Oh my gosh, now this new policy came in, what are we gonna do? You or me? You have all these crazy thoughts going through your head. Hopefully this can alleviate those thoughts and you can focus, get in, get out, and everybody's healthy. Thank you again for watching, everybody. Stay safe, and I will see you very, very soon.